On this episode of the Infowars News, reporters catch illegal smuggling drugs into Laredo. Liberals have petitioned to support a white privilege tax, and MSN is shocked by Hillary Clinton's unpopularity. That and a lot more, so stay tuned. For the final week of July the 27th, 2015, this is the first time I'm going to hear. And if you're wondering why my voice sounds like this, it's because of this article here. The title is called "Caught on Camera: Illegal Smuggled Drugs into Laredo Before Trump Visit." Underneath it says, "Shocking footage validates Trump's assertions on Mexicans bringing drugs into America." It was written by Paul Joseph Watson, and this is very serious. I mean, I'm not going to play the video. You can watch the video, but anyway. Infowars reporters Joe Biggs and Josh Owens traveled to Laredo to cover Trump's highly publicized visit. While recording footage on the Rio Grande River, which forms a part of the Mexico-U.S. border, Owen spots illegals crossing the water in the distance on rafts and begins to film. The clip shows an individual holding open the trunk of a red Ford Explorer before four illegals frantically run up carrying huge packs of what are most certainly drugs before quickly throwing them into the van and fleeing back into Mexico. The vehicle then drives into America as the smugglers glance back towards Biggs and Owens. Biggs and Owens immediately had to go into hiding and remove the license plates off their vehicles because they were spotted by the cartel during filming. And folks, sorry about that. That's how it kind of is. I mean, just listen to what they had to say on overdrive when they got back to their hotel.
Yeah, well, so we got back to upload this video, and I was upstairs, and I was on the phone at the time, and I had pushed the button to go down on the elevator. And as soon as the door opened, one of the two young men who was bouncing the basketball, who first came up to us when we were out there, was in the elevator. These kids live there. I mean, they're not tourists. It wasn't a tourist area. It wasn't an area anybody visits unless you're smuggling in drugs. And he was in the elevator. So he wasn't looking at me. He was looking out the backside of the elevator, almost like he was looking up and down to see if there was any, trying to see if he noticed anybody on the levels. So I just immediately kind of darted over and went around the side, and he didn't see me. Then we go downstairs, and there's another guy who doesn't look like he fits in at the hotel. His shirt's a little dirty, just doesn't look like he's, you notice when people aren't where they're supposed to be. He was staring at us while we were sitting downstairs. And I thought, well, maybe I'm just being a little bit paranoid because of what just happened. And, the Los Zetas, the cartel that controls that area, there have been said that they're the most dangerous, most technologically advanced drug runners. So anyways, we go up to the room. Maybe 25 minutes later, the guy's gotten up. He's standing in front of my hotel room, leaning over the balcony on his phone, glancing up at me as I walk by. So I put my key on the door, and he turns around and steps behind me. So my immediate reaction is, I'm not going to open this door and come in here and let him come behind me and shut the door behind me.
I'm going to be honest, I would be close to decking him in the face at that point.
And there you have it there, folks. You just heard it all right there. I basically, and from what you just heard there, the Los Zetas are probably the most dangerous and the most technological advanced drug runners this side of Mexico. I mean, these guys are really, really dangerous. And when I was basically out and about doing my business, I felt this very weird chill down my spine. I had no idea what it was or what was going to happen, but it kept happening like ever since the Planned Parenthood stuff that's been going on. But trust me, I am glad they made it back safe and sound. Good job, guys. You guys deserve it. Do I really need to say what this is again? It's another article written by Paul Joseph Watson, and it's a video. Liberals sign petition to support white privilege tax. A 1% income tax on all white people to be reimbursed to help minority communities. It's Mark Dice. The Dysonator has done it again. The Dysonator has ultimately done it again. And you can see there's a video here. I'll play a little bit of it here. So, have fun watching it.
We're trying to implement a white privilege tax on the white man to kind of give back to the minority communities, but we still need to just hold on, hear me out here. It's white privilege. When you're born into America as a white man, you're born into this white privilege, and to try to even out the playing field, we're implementing a new white privilege tax. It's just a 1% tax on the Caucasians, and it'll just be redistributed into some of the minorities.
How they'll pass something like this.
Well, this is something that we've been trying to do for a while, just to help out with the equality. A print, birth date, and a signature. The white privilege tax is just a small 1% tax on the Caucasians on their income, and that money will be used to help some of the minority programs, the minority communities. It'll just help even the playing field, don't you think?
Yeah, I just don't see it getting passed.
Well, we're trying everything we can, and we'll see. Your signature should help support that quite a bit. So
okay,
thanks for supporting that.
All right, take care.
Race are you?
I'm Puerto Rican.
Okay. We're trying to implement you know what white privilege is? A lot of Americans, when they're white, they're born into this white privilege, and so we're implementing just a 1% tax on the Caucasians, just to use that money to fund programs in the minority communities. Would you help to support the white privilege tax by, just print your name there? Print, birth date, and a signature. The white Americans are born into this white privilege, and to help, make everything more equal, we're just going to implement the white privilege tax, just a 1% on the Caucasians. Use that money and redistribute it into minority communities. So I appreciate you supporting that tax. Thank you so much. Trying to help out with some of the minority community programs and increase funding by implementing a white privilege tax, just a 1% tax on the Caucasians, which will then be redistributed into helping some of the minority communities.
Well, but actually, I'm not from here.
This is really just you don't even need to be a resident. It's basically just to go to the city council and say, hey, we've got...
Okay, that's enough. I mean, seriously. Sorry. Really sorry. That's what this is about. I mean, what are you gonna do? Political correctness is everywhere now. Okay, folks, this is the last article of the day here, and it's an article written by Kirk Nemo. The article is titled MSNBC Shocked by Hillary's Unpopularity Numbers. Pre-lax by popularity of Donald Trump. On the Morning Joe panel on MSNBC, found it difficult to accept that Hillary Clinton is unpopular and her poll numbers are upside down in critical swing states. And here's a video here for you all to watch. Joe Chakrabarti and co-host Mike, oh my goodness, they got some outlandish names here, folks. The daughter of the globalist Zizur Brzezinski, that name I know, reacted with on cruelty. Carbrox, or whatever the heck his name is, said that the figures Jeb Bush numbers are similar and expressed exasperation that somebody like Donald Trump attacking politicians is actually getting support. MSNBC's correspondent Chuck Dodd said, if not for the establishment media coverage of Donald Trump, the story would be the Bernie Sanders bloomlet and Hillary Clinton failure to solidify supporters within the Democratic Party. I don't know why why Hillary Clinton and people aren't doing well. Oh, I don't know, maybe it's because they're absolutely criminals and crooks. Anyone? Hello? I mean, basically, the presidential election is not a crown to be passed on back and forth between Bush and Clinton. I mean, people are sick of it. And that basically, I'm sick of it too. Nobody wants this witch. Nobody wants Jeb Demon Bush and the whatchamacallit. I mean, Donald Trump is a pretty good guy, but I don't trust him. I mean, just look at his last name, Trump. He's a Trump card right there for Rand Paul, who's basically trying to win the presidential race. Not to mention, Donald is also taking votes away from him, attacking Hillary Clinton and Jeb Bush. So, in a way, trust me, she's in trouble. Believe me. Well, that's all the articles I have for today. If you'd like to read more about these articles, please go to the links below or go to BlitzLand.com or Infowars.com. They can find hundreds of articles such as this one I have read for you today. This is the Infowars News Blitz. I'm Info Gundam, live from Fume Region number 3. Please like, subscribe, and donate. Bye-bye.